So hello everyone and welcome to Career Launcher. So in today's class, we will be discussing about Sudarshan Chakra. I'm sure you must have heard this term on the Independence Day speech given by the Honorable Prime Minister. Plus, we will be discussing about AMCA also, which will be the fifth generation aircraft manufactured in India. So we will discuss these two topics, which are actually very much in the news. So let us begin with the class about Sudarshan Chakra and AMCA, that is Advanced Medium Combat Aircraft. We will be discussing about both these things. Okay, so first of all, let us begin. I'm sure you must have read about this Sudarshan Chakra, Defense Shield and Indigenous. That is, indigenous means made in India. So, or make in India, whatever you can say. Indigenous means we have not imported, rather we'll be making it in our own country. Indigenous jet engines also we will be discussing. Okay, this is what we have seen it in Independence Day's speech by the Prime Minister. So when you read this article, you will get to know that he talked about mission Sudarshan Chakra, which will be an advanced multi-tiered, means there will be multiple tires, air defense system aimed at creating a nationwide security shield to thwart enemy attacks across domain. Now, the most important thing is, what is air defense system? This term is actually a military term which is very much used, and it was very much in the news, especially during Operation Sindoor. We had seen this term or air defense system very much coming. So you should know what exactly is air defense system. So basically it means air defense system means it is a technology which is used to destroy the missile of the enemies coming to our country. So it acts as an interceptor missile. For example, let's say the most famous one during the Operation Sindoor use was S-400, which we have bought from Russia. I'm sure you must have heard. So for example, let's say this is the truck. So actually it is attached in the truck. This is S-400, and now if the enemy missile is coming, so if we allow the enemy missile to come, it will hit us. It will destroy our important, destroy the population or any important installation. So to counter it, a missile is shot. This missile is called as interceptor, right? Which intercepts and shots down the missile which is coming from enemy side in the air only. Okay, this entire system is called as air defense system. Okay, the examples include like S-400, which we have bought from Russia. Then similarly, there is Iron Dome of Israel. I'm sure you must have heard this also. Similarly, there are other technologies which have been in the news. So now India will be making its own made in India. The idea behind this is we'll be having indigenous made in India air defense system. That is what we will be making. But of course, it will take some time. But the idea behind this is this. Okay. So let us begin. So that is what it says. It is learned to be an advanced multi-tiered. We will discuss what is the meaning of multi-tiered. Air defense system means it is a system to counter the upcoming or missiles coming from the enemy's side, aimed at creating a nationwide security shield to thwart enemy attack across domains and strengthen the country's deterrence and offensive capabilities. Okay, that is what you should know. So during his Red Fort speech, he drew the analogy, means he connected the legendary Sudarshan Chakra of Lord Krishna, which is mentioned in Mahabharata, which was actually deployed during Mahabharata to block sun's rays and create darkness in order to enable Arjun to fulfill his vow of killing the Jayadratha. Means this term is associated with Mahabharata. That is what you should be knowing about. So it is mentioned in Rig Veda also. So just read something about it, that it has a relation with this as well. Okay, the term related with the life of Lord Vishnu, and in Mahabharata it is considered as a weapon of Krishna. Okay, yes, you can read about it. And yes, What is the full form? Sudarshan means auspicious, and chakra means a wheel or a disc. That is what it actually literally means. So you can read it, Hannah. This is actually related with the religion, right? About Sudarshan Chakra. So it's mentioned in Rig Veda, Mahabharata, even in Puranas. You will find this term being mentioned. Okay. Now, what PM Modi said, in the next 10 years, by 2035, I want to expand and strengthen and modernize national security. Okay, taking inspiration from Shri Krishna, we have chosen the part of Sudarshan Chakra. So basically, 2025, we are here right now. So in the next 10 years, by 2035, we will be having our own air defense system or Sudarshan Chakra. Okay, so this has to be done. So I've told you that, of course, it will take some time. But yes, we will start. The idea is started in 2025, so it will take time, of course, because we are making by it our own self. Okay, so of course it will take new technologies, takes time. Now it is said that all public places will be covered by the expanded nationwide security shield by 2035. It means the entire India will be covered. That if there is any attack from enemy side, it should be shot down. Right? That is what the idea is. While the exact contours means boundary and iski limit. What is the limit? Like what is the length or what is the range of Sudarshan Chakra are not yet known, but it is learned to be a comprehensive, multi-layered network system aimed at protecting India and its vital installation from a range of enemy attacks across the domain. Okay, so the idea behind this is actually that it will be multi-layered. We will discuss what is multi-layered. It also includes the cyber attack angle also. Okay, so it is multi-layered network system that will be helping us, protecting us from the attack from enemy side. Okay, है ना, देखो यहाँ लिखा हुआ है ना, multiple layers. It means surveillance plus cyber security. Even cyber attack will also be covered under Sudarshan Chakra. See, why is cyber attack so important? Because what happens is in cyber attack is very powerful. It can destroy the weapons, your weapons, if the enemies attack. And plus, the problem with cyber attack is the attack is not very much visible. For example, if missile is getting attacked, we see it from the eyes, right? It can be captured in camera in different places. But the problem with cyber attack is it is very difficult to find that the attack has happened or who has attacked this. So of course, nowadays we are actually living in the time of advanced technologies, artificial intelligence and whatnot. In this case, during this era, it becomes very important that we should protect ourselves in this domain, or in the domain of cyber wars also, right? That is also one of the aspect of mission Sudarshan Chakra being talked. Okay. An air defense system to detect and destroy the threats, including long-range missile, will also be destroyed. Long-range missile means which is actually having more than 300, 400, 500 kilometers range. Like, for example, the range in 3,000, 4,000 kilometers. These are generally called as long-range missiles. Aircraft, unmanned aerial vehicle means drones are called as unmanned aerial vehicle, UAVs. Along the border at critical installation. That is what is being talked about. Now the question is, we have said, the Prime Minister, Honorable Prime Minister has said that we will be making our own air defense system or indigenous air defense system. Indigenous plus comprehensive. Now the question is, do we have the air defense system currently or not? So yes, we have some of the powerful ones we have imported, like S-400. We will discuss it. And some smaller ones we have, not the comprehensive one, but yes, for small purposes or small shorter purpose ke liye, we are having our own indigenous made, like Vashorads. We will discuss. Okay. So let us begin with the first topic, air defense system. It is a military technology and organization framework designed to detect, track, intercept, and destroy aerial threats. Okay, so that is what it means. The definition is here, like hostile aircraft, drones, missiles, etc. So for that, air defense system are being used, anti-craft air guns. Now let us begin with the first one, that is Akash missile system, and it is said that it was quite helpful during Operation Sindoor. Medium range surface to air missile. The range is 25 to 30 kilometer. It protects us against aircraft, helicopters, and drone, developed by DRDO, Defense Research Development Organization, headquartered in Delhi. Okay, so this is made in India, you can say, indigenous. The next one is S-400 Trump, very, very, very important. Again, it was very much helpful during Operation Sindoor. But this is not made in India. We have imported from Russia. And the name S-400 says that it has a range of 400 kilometer. Again, it can intercept aircraft, ballistic missiles, and cruise missiles, one of the most advanced air defense system in the world. Yes, Akash is here. You can see surface to air missile. DRDO plus Bharat Dynamic Limited and Bharat Electronics Limited have made this. Surface to air means you will launch from the land and you can shot down in the air any enemy's missile or let's say the aircraft or let's say any other drone type thing. Okay, its range is 30 to 40 kilometer. Here it is written right somewhere around 30-40, but the short range, it is quite short range. And 400 kilometer is somewhere in the medium range, you can say. High range is beyond, let's say, 1-2,000 kilometer. These are long range. So just have an idea. The next one is, yes, S-400, built by Russia's NPO Almaz, and its S-400 is 400 is the range, and its successor is S-500, which Russia have, but we have bought S-400. Okay, that is what you should be knowing it, because one S-400 I think costs somewhere around 1.1 or 1.2 billion dollar roughly. So which is of course very quite costly. So of course we have to consider that as well. So we have bought S-400. 3 we have bought, as far as I can remember. 3 we have done a deal of 5 already. We have 3, and 2 actually we are in a plan. I mean, it is a plan that we will very soon get from Russia. So that is the idea behind this. The next one, yes, you can see India to get remaining S-400 missile system by 2026, says Russia. You can see this article, June 2025. So when you read it, the minister, and one of the minister from Russia says that we got to know that it was performed very well in Operation Sindoor. And we are yet to get the other 2. Like they have said that they will deliver, because we had done an agreement of $5.43 billion for 5, right? So per piece you will find roughly around $1.1 billion per one S-400, right? So we had done a deal in 2018 of buying 5 S-400. 3 we have already got, and 2 actually Russia will provide very soon, most likely before the end of the fiscal year 2026. So we guess that before 31st March 2026, we will be getting the other 2 as well. That is what this article says. Okay. The next is a Spider, surface to air Python and Derby. This is developed by Israel. Its range is 15 to 35 kilometers. So this is Spider. Rafael Advanced Defense System is Israel's defense manufacturing firm, which has made this. Surface to air Python and Derby are 2 types of missiles that are launched. Again, this is short and medium range only, because hardly it is 35-40 kilometers it can go. Right, 40 kilometer, and in some case Derby can go up to 80 kilometers. So short and medium range only. That is what you should be knowing. Okay, so the another one is Barak. Okay, again we have bought from Israel, 70 to 100 kilometer roughly. That is the range of it. Okay, LRSM means long range surface to air, medium range surface to air missile. Medium to long range, that's what it means. MRSM. Surface to air missile is called as SAM. SAM. The next is QRSM, quick reaction surface to air missile. The range is 25 to 30 kilometers. That is what you should know. Then we have advanced air defense system and Prithvi air defense system. This is very famous. PAD. It's quite famous, and its altitude can go up to 80 kilometers. So just have an idea. So QRSM, yes, this is quick reaction surface to air, again surface to air, and it is a part of integrated air defense system developed by DRDO, Bharat Electronics Limited, Bharat Dynamics Limited. And Vashorat's is also plus DEW system. Vashorat's is also very famous. This is also a air defense system developed by DRDO. Okay. So ये आपको पता होना चाहिए इसके बारे में, QRSAM के बारे में. You can read if you are interested in detail. है ना. And आप देखो Vashorat's were also tested, QRSAM were tested in August this year. है ना. Vashorat's etc. And DEW, direct energy weapon. These are famous advanced defense system that you should be knowing. Right? Let's move on. Okay, so all the tests actually of DRDO is done. Most of them is actually, there's a place called as Balasore district in Odisha. There's a place called as Chandipur, Balasore district. Here you will find ITR, Integrated Test Range. Okay. And under this, and under, in this region, actually DRDO test missiles, etc. Okay, that is what it is. आप देख सकते हो in Odisha, right? They do all the test. Okay, then we have NASAMS also, which is actually, I think we have not bought. It will provide, right? It is in the planned mission. And the most famous is Iron Dome. Again, we have not bought. This India does not have, but I'm just discussing it. Israel is having Iron Dome. Okay, so this is NASAM, currently used by Norway and USA. Okay. Similarly, Iron Dome is very famous, not used by India, but it is used by Israel, and it was very much in the news. Developed by Rafael Advanced Defense System and Israel Aerospace Industries. This is again a air defense system which is used to counter the missile coming from the other side. Okay, this is called as interceptor, the missile which can go and strike it down. Okay, that is what you should be knowing about. Then this is also very, very famous, the most powerful one, THAAD, Terminally High Altitude Area Defense. It is an air defense system of which country? Very prominent. Israel, US, Russia, or China. So if you know the answer, please answer me in the comment section. I'll be very happy to know. Terminally High Altitude Area Defense System is an air defense system of which country? If you know it, please answer me. It's very interesting, and you should know USA. B is the right answer to this question. And it many times remains in the news. THAAD. It is an American anti-ballistic missile system designed to intercept and destroy short, medium, and even intermediate range ballistic missiles as well. Okay. Originally used by US Army, but now it has exported to UAE, Israel, Romania, and South Korea as well. Okay. That is what you should be knowing about. Right, you can read. It is developed by Lockheed Martin, which is a very famous US defense manufacturing company, which is famous for manufacturing F-25, F-22, F-35, Raptor 5th generation aircraft as well. Yes. Now, after that, even Mr. Anil Chauhan, the Chief of Defense Staff of India, he also, CDS Anil Chauhan also talked about Sudarshan Chakra. It will be India's shield and sword, but needs massive integration. Means technology, different technologies needs to be integrated. That is the idea behind this, right? So it is considered as India's Iron Dome. Okay. So the idea behind this is Sudarshan Chakra will involve building robust infrastructure and process for detection, acquisition, and neutralization of enemy targets using both soft skill, electronic and cyber measures that disable or misguide threats, and hard kills, physically destroy. So of course they are talking about cyber attacks, countering cyber attacks, as well as countering the real missile that is coming from the enemy's side. Okay, so he was speaking in a Ran Samvad in a RB War College where he had discussed it. Okay, right? And he talked about indigenous QRSM, Vashorat's. These are also the air defense system, but all the important air defense system needs to be, actually, the idea behind this is to integrate, right, all the technologies. He added that a colossal amount, a huge amount of integration of different technologies are required. For example, Vashorat's is there, है ना, and there are many other missile system, all needs to be calibrated with one technology, है ना, so that can control all of them. It should be also attached with a cyber cell also, like so that cyber attacks can also be thwarted, like that. That is what the idea is. Colossal amount of data will be needed to analyze for information in real time. Use of artificial intelligence. Yes, we are living in a time of AI, data analytics, big data. LLM means large language model. So the best example is, I'm sure you must be using Chat GPT, Grok, etc. So these are the things you should be doing. But he says, but like always, I am very sure that Indians will do it in a minimal and very affordable cost. Yes, that is the most important thing. And I'm sure you must be aware that why minimal cost? Because of course we are a developing country. So what ISRO does, like I'm giving example, ISRO is a space company, not a defense company, but just for example purpose. What NASA does in 100 rupee, ISRO can do it in 20 to 30 rupee, or even lesser also. Means the idea behind this is we do it at a very affordable cost. The same thing which is done by America at a very high cost, right? So that is the idea behind this. So of course, that is what that's what he's saying, that Indians are very smart in making things in affordable cost, right? Yes, that is what is being talked about in his keynote, referred to as Operation Sindoor, calling it as a modern conflict from which India has drawn several lessons. Is also we have to learn a lot of lessons from that. And we cannot be pacifist. We are a peace-loving nation, but don't get mistaken, we cannot be pacifist, right? I think peace without power is utopian. That yes, of course, we should have our own self-capability to fight any external attack. Peace loving does not mean that if someone is attacking us, we should not be we should remain silent. Anna, that is what he said. And he said that if you want peace, prepare for war. Okay. As a Viksit Bharat, we also need to be Sashaktar, Surakshit, and Atmanirbhar. Sashaktar means strong. And Surakshit means protection. And in the sense of protection, that we have the capability to protect ourselves. Atmanirbhar means dependent on ourselves, not on any other country. Okay. That is what he talked about. Arjuna and Krishna. He was said Arjuna was the great warrior, but he needed Krishna. Similarly, Chandragupta Maurya was a very famous king, but he needed the wisdom of Chanakya. India is the land of Gautam Buddha, Mahavir, Mahatma Gandhi, etc., champions of non-violence. Okay. Okay, so these are the things you can read about it. Now let's talk about AMCA, Advanced Medium Combat Aircraft. So this is India's it is going to be India's 5th generation aircraft. We'll be discussing about it. So let us begin with the first question. Which of the following is correct? India does not have its 5th generation aircraft, but has imported ones. मतलब इंडिया के पास अपना नहीं है, लेकिन खरीदा हुआ है दूसरे कंट्री से. दूसरा, India does not have 5th generation aircraft at all. India has planned to buy import Su-57 from Russia or F-35 from Russia. From Su-57 from US and F-35 from Russia. Or none of the above. आप बताइए, if you know the answer, I'll be very happy to know. So basically, पहले तो यहाँ पे गड़बड़ क्या है? Su-57 is of Russia and F-35 is actually from USA. Both are 5th generation aircraft, but here the statement is wrong. So we do not have any 5th generation aircraft. Neither made in India nor we have imported. तो इंडिया के पास कोई 5th generation aircraft फिलहाल नहीं है, ना ही बाहर से खरीदा हुआ, ना ही अपना बनाया हुआ. ठीक है? So that is what you should know. Advanced medium combat aircraft, which India has planned. This is planned. Most likely, I think by 2035. This is a 5th generation Desi, made in India, indigenous aircraft, fighter jet, I would say. Okay. So B is the right answer to this question. So ये plan में है AMCA, Advanced Medium Combat Aircraft. It is a 5th generation stealth. है ना, stealth मतलब है कि not very easy to be caught in the radar, multi-role, है ना. So the idea, the aircraft is designed by Aeronautical Development Agency, है ना, low radar cross section, super cruise capability, only 5th generation aircraft development in India currently. So अभी फिलहाल हमारे पास 5th generation aircraft नहीं है. We don't have currently, but this is actually the prototype. मतलब ये इसका मॉडल बनाया गया है कि ऐसा कुछ दिखेगा 5th generation aircraft. AMCA लिखा है ना इस पे. Okay. So let us see further about this. Now, recently it was in the news that India has joined hand with X country to develop actually this engine, 120 kN engine for the advanced medium combat aircraft. That is the 5th generation aircraft. And this generation aircraft will be developed by 2035. Okay. So we have done an agreement with which country to make the engine. For making engine, we will be taking the help of the country. That is country is France. So B is the right answer. India and France to jointly develop, manufacture 120 kN engine for homegrown AMCA. So it will be a homegrown, but of course, some help we can take from other countries. Yes. By and large, it will be made by India, but we'll be taking some help from other countries. So we are about to start engine manufacturing in India with a French company. Why? Now you have to tell me the name of the French company. By 2035, we have to manufacture it. So the answer is Safran. It's actually a French airline manufacturing company which manufactures helicopters, jets, etc., engine, etc. Okay. That is what you should be knowing. And you can see India sees $7 billion deal with France, etc. Now let's talk something about Rafale jets. I'm sure you must have heard about this. It was also very much in the news. So you should know it is not a 5th generation aircraft. It is a 4th generation, but with some upgraded version. So it's actually technically 4.5 generation. Okay. And this 4.5 generation aircraft is built by France company called as Dassault Aviation. Okay. This is what you should be knowing about. So I hope you have got the idea about Sudarshan Chakra and AMCA, that is Advanced Medium Combat Aircraft. So this is all about today's class. Please subscribe to our channel, press the like button, share this video. Thank you everyone.